The dress rehearsal will give Chun Yu the chance to show off her star performance in the show. When the ice troupe premiered in Shanghai, her graceful swan dance was such a hit, it's become their marketing emblem. The Swans now hope to build on that success. A Taiwanese film crew has been invited to get some last-minute publicity. Head coach Chin is feeling the pressure.
At 4:45, you must all be ready to go onto the ice. At 5 o'clock sharp, we start the music. Everyone has to be here on time. Dismissed.
At exactly 5 p.m., it's over to the troupe to strut their stuff. The bungee routine gets things rolling. It will be performed directly over the ice rink, in tandem with the two professional skaters brought in especially for the show. So far, so good. But the skipping routine gets off to a shaky start. And Chun Mei makes an uncharacteristic slip. She redeems herself with a good lasso routine. With several of the poles still being made, the long post routine struggles to shine. The highlight should come when the boys bounce the poles from one head to the other. The Diablo is up next, but as with the skipping, Chun Mei's early nerves are showing, and she makes a rare mistake. The Lions have decided to perform without their cumbersome costumes. And they've still got some way to go to turn this act around. As the rehearsal progresses, the troupe shakes off its early nerves and picks up the pace. The numerous costume changes spell trouble for the upcoming swan dance. The girls have run out of time to put on their costumes. Worse still, Chun Yu makes a late entrance. With the cameras rolling, the Swans know this feather-free rehearsal will not please Bing Fong. In no time, they're into the finale. Pei Long's rehearsal has gone well, and Chung Mei makes a good show on the aerial hoops. But the troupe knows that it's been a less than perfect performance. Bing Fong's time as their choreographer is about to end, so he doesn't hold back.
The Swans, how are you supposed to come on stage?
It was because I had to get on the stairs and get on the stage, and I hadn't changed my costume.
Well, it's not a rap till you get it right.
Then Chun Mei is taken to task.
What you guys did was a mess.
During the rehearsal, I made some mistakes, so I was disappointed with myself. I just couldn't get motivated.
Overnight, the ice maker is turned off. Already, the surface of the rink is beginning to melt. To meet the shipping deadline, they decide to smash the ice, but they can't afford to damage the fragile pipes. It's all hands to the pump. Every item they might possibly need in Taiwan is packed. It's a working bee that doesn't rest until the job is done. Remarkably, they finish with a day to spare. With the containers now in transit, the troupe keeps up its skills, practicing on the stage and at a local ice rink.
Bye. Goodbye.
They head for Taiwan just 4 days before the first show. For many, this is their first time away from the mainland. And Chun Mei is nervous.
I'm worried that I might not adjust to the new environment.
But the self-assured Qin Yu takes it all in her stride.
I can't wait for the opening performance. This is the first time for us to perform this show professionally and for money.
The city of Taipei has nearly 3 million people and over 1 million motor scooters, not to mention the world's tallest building. It's in this buzzing environment that the ice troupe hopes to make its mark. Their first official engagement is a welcoming banquet put on by the local promoters in their honor. They repay the compliment with a toast.
Cheers. Cheers.
They know their future success could depend on this tour. But down at the venue, there's trouble brewing. The ice rink is laid out and ready to flood, but the brand new ice maker refuses to go. Next morning, ice technician Jiao, who has traveled from Harbin to oversee the installation, thinks he knows why.
Last night we found that one of the main pipes inside the machine has come apart.
They bring in 2 local mechanics to investigate the problem, and it's not looking promising. They need to strip the whole machine down. But it's a problem that doesn't faze this technician.
There's still enough time to prepare the ice. We can make around 4 to 5 centimeters in 24 hours.
After a good night's rest, the troupe is anxious to get down to the venue and see the setup. They're blissfully unaware of the crisis unfolding at the stadium. Thinking ahead, the promoters have found a second ice-making machine. By connecting the 2 together, they hope to speed up ice production. But this tricky operation is eating into valuable time. It's their worst nightmare. They're an ice troupe without any ice. They have no option but to practice their routines around the edges of the unfilled rink. By evening, the mechanics are making good progress with the ice makers. The second machine is all hooked up and ready to go. They bring in bags of crushed ice to spread over the piping to help kickstart the freeze. But as the workers spread the ice, they inadvertently create large gaps between the carefully laid out piping. This could cause the rink to freeze unevenly, forming treacherous trenches of unfrozen water. Skating on the surface will be difficult and possibly dangerous. Next morning, director Guan and head coach Chin check out the rink.
The plan was the ice would be ready by now, and we'd have 2 days to rehearse.
Yeah, normally the ice should be this thick.
With the opening only 2 days away, lack of ice is a huge frustration for director Guan.
We're going to place another layer of crushed ice down first and wait for it to flatten out. But time is very tight. It's only been running for 6 hours. It needs another 48 hours to fully set.
But 48 hours will take them into the day of their first performance, meaning the troupe may have to perform without any rehearsal on the ice. And the stadium is almost fully booked for the opening show.
I'm very worried. If we can't get the ice ready in time, there's no way we can do our performance.
Head coach Chin, a former acrobat, understands how they're feeling. A rigorous rehearsal helps take their minds off their predicament.
Make sure you extend both arms out. The audience is on all 4 sides. Keep up the tempo.
By day's end, the ice situation has not improved. Taipei's subtropical climate isn't helping either. With the 2 machines working overtime, the troupe puts the rink to bed, hoping this layer of water will freeze overnight. It's now 1 day away from the first performance. There's been little improvement in the ice, and worse still, watery trenches are beginning to show. They desperately need a full dress rehearsal, even if it's only on the stage. With their skates still untouched, the troupe goes through the motions of a dress rehearsal in sneakers. Even the normally confident Qin Yu is now having her doubts.
If the ice isn't ready in time, I think it will be hard for us to pull things off. If we can't get in the proper rehearsal, I'm afraid we won't perform well.
16-year-old Xie Xiaotong and her partner finally get to rehearse their trapeze routine. It's been over 3 weeks since they've been able to practice. And it shows when they attempt a difficult maneuver. Like falling off a bicycle, she gets straight back on. But then, disaster strikes. Xiao Tong descends safely. But her partner's hold breaks. And she plummets 8 meters onto the partially frozen ice. Although she's initially stunned by the impact, the soft ice could have saved her from more serious injury. She soon recovers and is taken to hospital for an X-ray. But Xiao Tong is shattered. Her hopes of performing the trapeze routine on this tour are now dashed.
Hang on.